Washington Post, quoting, for Trump inauguration, D.C. residents call for Airbnb blackout. It goes on to say so far only 4 people have signed up and only 2 provided their email addresses, though the organizers are hopeful more will join as time passes. I mean, kind of a lackluster blackout, to be honest, Brianna, but the fact that they're trying is going to annoy a lot of people.
Yeah, I think, money talks. People aren't that stupid when they can be making a profit for having someone stay in their Airbnb rental. And like you said, there's only 4 people who have kind of signed up for this. And I know Airbnb did come out and say that this would be unacceptable. But if this movement does get wind beneath its wings, Airbnb has to come out and determine what the repercussions are for hosts who want to create these political tests for prospective renters. And if they don't have an appropriate response, the American people certainly will. They did it to Target, they did it to Bud Light, and I think they'll have no problem doing it to Airbnb.
Yeah. Meantime, Xavier, The View melting down again. We play these because it's just so interesting to watch. So here's a little bit more of this. Watch it, enjoy. We'll have Xavier kind of give us his 2 cents. Watch.
I'm not going to waste a lot of time on what he might do. But at the I'm gonna wait.
I spent weeks telling people that he was apocalyptic. I'm not going to change now because it's still the same man.
Not treating every single thing like
I think that's when we lose credibility.
I mean, it's kind of crazy where she's like, I'm not going to change now. I may have been wrong, but I am not about to change now. I've been calling him Hitler for a long time, and I'm going to keep calling him Hitler.
I mean, that's the left-wing story. They just double and triple down on exactly what they know is not working. They would rather that we all just follow along with this nonsense that they've been trying to peddle for 4 years, and clearly it didn't work at the polls. So I don't know why they're trying to keep pushing this. But I do find it hilarious that of all people, Whoopi Goldberg was trying to be the voice of reason. It's because Whoopi Goldberg has made herself look like a clown so many times that she doesn't want to put herself in that situation again.
It's kind of interesting because you have Bill Maher, who is now saying, Brianna, that he is not going to automatically just hate. Watch.
I'm not going to pre-hate anything. Do I have really good, optimistic feelings about it? No, I don't. But I'm just not going to pre-hate. I can't get into that mind go. Let's see what the disruptors can do. It's not like the bureaucracy isn't bloated. It's not like the debt isn't $36 trillion.
Please, I give him 2 weeks. He's going to be hating all over Trump again.
Absolutely. And he may not be pre-hating, but he certainly platforms people who do the job for him. And I think when you look at Bill Maher, you look at The View, what we're seeing here is that these Hollywood apparatus, these left-wing pundits, they have believed for the past 8 years that they set the narrative. They sit on their high horse and they tell the American public what they should think and feel. And what we learned on November 5th is that the American public says, you're going to listen to me this time. I set the narrative. And we've seen that happen on X. I think CNN had a report showing X is more emblematic of the way that the American people feel writ large than anything that the corporate media tries to tell and convince us.
Yeah, and speaking of people being annoyed and irritated, Jaguar, of course, got a lot of pushback on social media, on X, for this new ad campaign they came out with. Well, now they've come out and they're fighting back. FoxNewsBusiness.com, or FoxBusiness.com headline reads the following: Jaguar managing director defends rebrand, accuses critics of hatred and intolerance. Aren't we tired of being intolerant haters, Xavier? Can't we just not like an ad and say this is crappy and maybe you should do better?
I mean, this is why there's so much pushback to the left. It's like you can't sit here and pretend to be so virtuous, but then be so intolerant of people calling out this. What is this ad? This ad is disgusting. My personal message to Jaguar is that this would have come off as maybe cutting edge and bold 10 years ago in 2014. But instead, this just looks like a vape company trying to advertise to children in a way that's going to bring a class action lawsuit. Woke culture is dead, and it's time for these brands to accept it. And first of all, where's the car?
Where is the car? Oh, they said it's coming. In future commercials, it's coming. I liked it better when they called themselves Jaguar. It was at least something different on that. Xavier, Brianna, thank you both.